Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Big Brother Brian Barrett here. So, coming up, the house flips. A new villain is in the house. The newest trending and least trending house guests will be revealed. And an all-new pyramid for this week coming up right now. So, last we left off with Scotty flipping in the last eviction and then eventually winning head of household. And in the diary room, he basically explains why he flipped, and he said that he needed to cause paranoia because he felt like he was on the bottom of his Faute alliance, which he isn't really a part of. Rockstar has now figured out that 5 people promised to keep Swaggy, or vote to keep Swaggy, and only 4 people voted to keep Swaggy in the actual eviction, which means 1 person lied. And now they're trying to figure out who that flipper was, and they've kind of figured out that it was probably Scotty, which it was. And now they get paranoid that if it was Scotty, what does that mean? Because now Scotty's the head of household. He just flipped on them. So now they're nervous that he's going to come after them. So it's official. Brett and Winston are officially a bromance. A bromance is a showmance, but with 2 boys. Scotty has become very evil. He just has like this new evil vibe to him. Even physically too. I mean, he dyed the tip of his hair black. He now wears like black makeup. He wore black nail polish and he's wearing black clothes. I'm like, what are you trying to do? Like, you're still the same geeky guy you were week 1. Just because you won head of household doesn't mean you've been possessed. It's just strange. I don't like it. I'm not a fan. But he does plan to put up Brett and Winston for nominations. He meets with Sam. And when Sam is talking with Scotty, she basically tells Scotty that Winston voted to keep her and actually voted to evict Steve, which is funny because right after Steve's eviction, Scotty asked Winston who he voted for, and Winston told Scotty that he voted to keep Steve and vote to evict Sam. And now Sam is telling Scotty that, oh no, that was the other way around. And so now Winston has found out that Sam just told Scotty this, and now he has to go do damage control. So he goes up to the HOH room and he tries to tell Scotty, you know, I told Sam that I voted to keep her, but really I voted to keep Steve, which is not true. So now he's lying to Scotty, and Scotty believes him. But now Scotty's like, okay, so now you're a liar. Because either you're lying to me now or you lied to Sam. Either way, you would just admit that you lied. So now next to go meet with Scotty is Brett. And Brett basically tells this long, elaborate story on what happened with Steve's eviction and everything. And it's a complete lie. And he's just walking around the room telling this like 10-minute long story on what happened at the eviction. None of it is true. And not once does he ever look at Scotty. Like, rule number 1 when you're lying, look at the person you're lying to. So Scotty was like, yeah, I don't believe anything you're saying. Let's talk about JC. So JC and Fezzi have kind of figured out that the both of them are lefties, and I am too. And JC's like, yeah, like only 0.2% of people in the world are lefties. That's like 12 people. And Fezzi's like, how many people do you think are in this world? And he's like, 600 billion. And I'm like, 600 billion people can't even fit in the solar system, never mind this Earth. And he's like, how many people do you think are in America? And JC's like, 1 million. Like, oh my gosh, I can't even. So the BB App Store opens up one last time. It's the 3rd and final week with the most and least trending house guest. And our least trending house guest for this week is Haley. And her punishment is called Read It. So throughout the week, the loudspeaker will come on and it will say, to read or not to read. And that means she needs to go put on the Shakespearean costume, stand on a stool, grab the Book of Hamlet, and read the book until she's told not to. And this will continue on until she has read all of Hamlet. And she must read the book out loud. And our most trending house guest this week is Bailey. Her advantage is actually a really cool advantage. It's called Identity Thief. And basically, she gets to steal one of the biggest powers that the HOH has, nominations. So when someone else is head of household, during the nomination ceremony, Bailey has the power to stand up, say, no, I'm going to make the nominations for this week. and Bailey, who is not the head of household for that week, will get to make the nominations for that week, which is huge. So nominations take place. Scotty's nominations are Brett and Winston, just like we thought. And it's the first time that level 6 isn't in power. The tables have now turned. The house is flipped. Now, level 6 isn't running the house. They now have 2 of their own people on the block right now, which is scary. But Sam's power is still in play. She still has the power to use it. So we'll see what happens at the next eviction. So now it's time for pyramid. So on the bottom of the pyramid, Scotty. He's the new villain. Yeah, not a fan. Next is JC. He just can't accept that he's wrong, and it's really bugging me. Next is Bailey. I love her, but she's on the wrong side of the house right now. Next is Rachel. There was literally nothing that she did this episode. I didn't even see her face. Never mind hear her talk or whatever. Next we have Fezzi, Haley, Rockstar, and Angela. These are the floaters for this week. Next we have Caitlin. Nothing really this week, but I liked her last week, so that's why she's there. Next, we have Winston and Brett. They are Tweedledum and Tweedledummer, but they're level 6, so I can't really complain. Next, we have Casey and Tyler, and they're kind of just trying to save level 6 right now. And on top of the pyramid, we have Sam. Such a sweetheart. I love her. So that's it. Next, we'll find out the power veto. We'll see who wins power veto and if it will be used to save either Brett or Winston. That's it. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below. That's it. Bye.